the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top, it's missing, the opposition in. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Denver Broncos. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Down, 6-6, pull it high, 8 read.
They go play action here on first down. Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And the return will stop right around the 25. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield. The Broncos send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return is Cohen. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
First down, Chicago. Go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. And that will be incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Check safety.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
It's our time.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And now a fumble. The ball's out. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
On first down, Locke. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 47 yards on the ground. terrific run from one of the fastest. Backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he had a nifty little deke juke move, but he stopped shortly thereafter. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2nd and 5 now. Lock looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. 3rd down here.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from it. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it'll bring up 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he's got his man Hilton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain at 21 yards. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 32-yard line. Back to throw. Completes it to Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Chicago!
Let's go, touchdown,
Odell
baby.
Beckham,
Let's go.
his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Ready, ready.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Quit talking about it.
Get it.
Now Locke. He finds Robinson. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 39. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 6. And he's going to go down again. Leonard Floyd getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again. Brandon, you're never quite sure what the side judge or the field judge is going to rule there. That was awfully close, but in the end, he says it passed over the 1-yard line, and that's where they're going to mark it out. I mean, you can see it right there, right? See him walking up the sideline? Told him to stop right there at the 1.
This is Coleman. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. On 2nd down. It's Coleman. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Chicago. Tevin Coleman, 95 yards as the Bears push further out in front. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready?
Clock now on first down. It's complete to Robinson. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
Set. 60 yards.
That's another Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 48.
Throwing on first down is Locke. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Hey, Haywood.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29.
Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. T.Y. Hilton, an 80-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Block will try again on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. This will be fielded at the 17. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Chicago.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Sponge, sponge, sponge. No, no, no. Check Marvin, Arvin. Watch the slant. Check Mike, man.
They'll drop the throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
Let's go now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Here we go. Hey, no more.
Let's go right here now.
On first down, Coleman pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
At their 48-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurry. 10. Ready, go.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago.
And the Bears first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 36. In. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know in the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
From the 31, Locke. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Broncos 3.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because
Odell Beckham Jr., the 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Locked to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Matt Judon picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is brought in at the 21. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Watch left, watch left, watch left. He's Eddie Weber. There. Hey, slow, small. You got 4 down, 4 down. Go to right.
2nd and 3. Complete to Hilton. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
They'll run on first down. It's Coleman, and he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, Coleman. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Tevin Coleman. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
The score, Bears 56, Broncos 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
60 Pittsburgh.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check it back.
Greystone travel. Now.
Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. The Broncos on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. To throw it is Locke. He's got his tight end fan. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 31-yard line. Locke now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Locke to throw. And that's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he? And
what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and
in a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
They look to throw. It's locked. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on second down. It's locked. Catch is made by Harry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They will run again with Coleman. And some room to roam now. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. Yeah, can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now. You're thinking about, okay, this team has the capabilities of winning a Super Bowl. They could very well be the best team in the NFL at this moment.
I think they played the best. I mean, there have been a few hiccups offensively and defensively, but probably the best team we've seen, right?
And has the ability to get better.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Eddie Jackson picks it.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. Spins away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will